Got a special guest with us here today. 2017 Home Run Derby champion, 2017 AL Rookie of the Year, Yankee right fielder, Yankee slugger, Aaron Judge. Judge, how you feeling today?
Well, I'm doing fantastic, brother. How you been?
Man, I'm excited to have you here, Judge. Truly appreciate it. Last season, I had the privilege of working inside the Yankee travel department, in and out of the ballparks with you guys every day. And what I learned is baseball's a long season. Man, how did you spend your downtime? What did you get into? Vacation, concerts? What'd you do this off season?
You know, it was, man, like you said, it's a long season. It's a long year, So for me, we do so much traveling during the year. I like to keep it pretty simple and kind of stay at home for the most part. But, I went to a couple concerts. I went and saw J. Cole finally. I got to see J. Cole in concert and a couple other guys. And, it was just mostly just spending time with family. That's what's important to me is just spending some quality time with family that I don't get to see a lot. And, it was a quiet off season for me, short and quiet.
Oh, that's good. J. Cole is actually somebody we had discussed in the clubhouse a few times. How was that meeting?
Oh my goodness, man! It was an awesome experience, man. The coolest thing about it was he was just a regular guy. You see all the stuff on TV, you see all the music he produces and everything he makes, but then once you get a chance to meet him, man, he's a regular guy that loves video games, loves sports. He's just a down-to-earth person. So that was probably the coolest part about it, was just getting a chance to meet him and just kind of pick his brain a little bit.
Yeah, he definitely does give off that vibe. Let me ask you, did he send the Dreamville package? Did he send some shirts our way?
He did, man. I got a couple shirts to give you, man. I got to connect with you so I can hook you up with some gear, man. He hooked it up, so I got to get you something. I got to pay you back for the shirt you got me.
Oh, no doubt, man. That's greatly appreciated. We got Aaron Judge here joining us on WBH Radio. Now, Judge, in 2017, you really shot up to the top of the sporting world. We saw the energy behind you just grow day by day. Judge, tell me about a time when you first experienced or you first thought to yourself, man, how did I get here? Life is going to be a bit different from this point on.
Yeah, I'm trying to think back, but I think it just kind of hit me periodically throughout the year. Like there were certain little moments I'd have, either on the baseball field, kind of off the field doing things that it kind of just hit me. I was like, what happened? What happened to a small little kid coming from a farming community in Northern California to, being the right fielder for the New York Yankees, from them building the judges' chambers in right field, which was I still can't believe. It's such an honor, especially from all the great Yankees that have gone through there, and then for me to get my own little piece of Yankee Stadium, it's something that it's such a blessing. Words can't describe that, and then even for me, the coolest thing is seeing little kids run around the stadium, or kids in the streets in New York, or even back here in California with 99 on their back. That gives me chills seeing, the fact that, I get a chance, impact so many young kids' lives and, be a part of their lives. It's truly amazing.
Oh, yeah, the energy, it was amazing. And I was fortunate to have a front row seat to that. Speaking of that number 99, Judge, I had a true or false question for you. Is it true that the number 99 was one of the last numbers the Yankees had, and at first you weren't too fond of it?
That's a tough true or false right there, 'cause it is true. It was one of the last numbers because it was my first spring training with the team. And, usually a lot of the younger guys who aren't going to make the team and who are just kind of there for a couple of weeks just to experience big league spring training, they just got to give them the 78, the 86, the 92, the 99. So that was the number I got. It's probably because I was the biggest guy. So, give them the biggest number, the biggest jersey.
Right.
So they gave me 99, but it kind of just stuck with me. When I first saw it, I was like, this is the first, New York Yankee uniform I've ever gotten. And this is mine. This is number 99. This is who I am. I don't want to ever change this, So once I got 99, I just kind of stuck with it. That's the first jersey the New York Yankees gave me. I can't say no to that. I got to keep it,
Oh, for sure. And it definitely looks great, plastered all over the city, as you said, with the kids rocking the 99. We got Aaron Judge joining us here on WBH Radio. Now, Judge, I got to let the people know you're kind of like the clubhouse DJ. And for a young man from California, I think you do a great job. Your musical taste is very versatile. I want to know what the playlist is like nowadays. What projects have your attention?
Oh, it's funny you ask that. I'm starting to get into, I'm kind of in the decades right now. I'm in the 70s right now. You know, I got a 70s and the 60s right now. It's kind of caught my ear right now. You know, so I'm trying to go a little bit of disco, some soul. You know, I've been big on Earth, Wind, and Fire lately. You know, I'm looking for a new walk-up for next year. So I think I might go some Earth, Wind, and Fire. We'll see.
Mixing it up, I see. Speaking of that walk-up, last year you introduced me to Travis Scott's Butterfly Effect. I said, man, I got to start paying attention to Travis Scott after this. What are you guys looking for with the walk-up song? And, you know, how important is that for a batter when he's walking to the plate?
For each guy's different. You know, some guys like walk-up songs that kind of pump them up, you know, get them locked in the zone. You know, some guys like walk-up songs that kind of, you know, just put them in a good mood, you know, kind of mellow them out, just, you know, put them in a good mood. For me, you know, it's just, you know, I've always tried to, you know, I want the crowd to get into it. You know, I've always wanted to get a walk-up song, you know, I'm already locked in. You know, when I'm standing at the plate, I'm kind of locked in. You know, I don't really hear too much, but, you know, I want to get a song that kind of gets the crowd going. You know, a song that's familiar to them, you know, something that kind of gets them amped up, you know, so every time they hear it, they know that, you know, so-and-so's coming up. You know, let's kind of get them excited, you know. So that's, for me, you know, hearing the Travis Scott song, Butterfly Effect, you know, it was something I heard on the radio a lot. You know, a lot of people liked it, and I kind of thought it'd be a good fit at Yankee Stadium. And I think the people enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah, definitely had the stadium rocking. Now, Judge, you definitely handle business on the field without a question. But I see you starting to handle business away from the diamond as well. Congratulations on your deal with Pepsi. We look forward to that partnership in 2018. But what I'm most excited about is you're going to be on the cover of MLB The Show 18. Judge, how was it when you learned you were in the running to be on the cover of a video game?
Oh, well, it was pretty surreal for me, to be honest, you know, because as a kid growing up, you know, I'm big into video games. You know, that's something that my older brother kind of got me into at a young age. But, you know, I grew up playing MLB The Show. You know, I still got the old, you know, 07, 04. Like, I got the old games. And then, you know, not only to be in a video game, but to be on the cover of it, I'm speechless. You know, when they first approached me about it, you know, my agent came up to me and was like, hey, PlayStation's reached out about having you, you know, be on the cover of the show. Like, what's your interest level on that? Is that something you want to pursue? Do you want to do it? Do you not want to do it? And before he could even finish, I was like, yes, like, let's do it. Let's get this going. Like, I couldn't even believe this is an option. Are you sure they want me? Like, there's so many good players out there. Are you sure they want me? You sure they haven't made a mistake? But it was, it's something that's pretty cool. You know, I had fun, you know, doing a couple photo shoots with them, making some videos, and, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing the finished product. But I think, you know, only thing I'm upset about it, I feel like my player rating is a little off in there, man. They made my speed a little too low. You know, I feel like I'm a little faster than the speed rating they gave me. You know, I gotta give them a call and let them know they gotta change some settings in there. So.
Right. Yes, for sure. It should be 99s across the board. Everything.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, there we go.
But, Judge, growing up, my friends, we played Ken Griffey Jr.'s baseball all day, all night on the gaming systems. Who was your favorite player growing up? Who were some of the guys you rooted for? You
know, I had a couple. You know, being from California and close to the Bay Area, you know, I watched the San Francisco Giants a lot. And, you know, Barry Bonds was probably my all-time favorite. You know, just, you know, what he did to baseball, he just changed it. Like, I had to watch every single time he stepped up to the plate. You know, or if he was if he was on deck or something, I had to wait. Like, I couldn't wait. If it was late at night or didn't matter what time the game was. If Barry Bonds was stepping up to the plate, you know, I had to be there and watch him, you know. So, you know, Barry Bonds is a favorite of mine, you know, and I think a cool thing for me also was, you know, Matt Holliday. Matt Holliday was one of the players I watched growing up, and to get a chance to, you know, play with him last year and kind of pick his brain, be around, you know, such a superstar athlete, you know, humble person, you know, who plays the game the right way, played the game the right way for years, and was fantastic at it. It was such a cool experience for me, you know. So, you know, Matt Holliday, Barry Bonds were kind of some of the main guys I looked up to.
Yes, that is special that you were able to share a locker with Matt Holliday. Again, another thing I had a front row seat to. The veterans really embraced you. That's kudos to you and the job you did. I'm going to get y'all here on a few of these. I have one more true or false for you. Is it true that you were a high school football player, playing a wide receiver / tight end, and you earned yourself some Division I football scholarships?
Yeah, that is true. You know, I played football. I was a receiver in DN. It was actually a funny story about that. It was, I never played football growing up. I played basketball, baseball. I did soccer when I was younger. And then it wasn't until I was in 8th grade, the varsity football coach, saw me at, I think it was like freshman orientation. He was like, "Hey man, like what sports do you play and how can I get you on a football field?" And I was like, I play these sports. I never played football, but I'm a quick learner. Let's try it out. He's like, "You know what? You make a great quarterback. Let's get you out there and, we'll have you throwing the pigskin around a little bit." So, I didn't do it my freshman year, but my sophomore year I signed up. I went out to the first practice and, the JV coach kind of looked at me and I told him I wanted to be a quarterback. He said, "You know what, son? I'm going to have you stand all the way on that far side of the field. You're going to run 15 yards down. We're going to throw the ball up there. You're going to jump up, catch it, and we're going to repeat that play until we're in the end zone." So, my time as a quarterback, it didn't last too long, once they just put me out there a receiver. But I enjoyed it, But the biggest thing for me, I talked to multiple schools about football, but, I just had such a love and passion for baseball at such a young age. I kept, drawing towards it. I couldn't get away from it. So it was just, something I loved, and, it's showing today.
For sure. Judge, it seems like you had the athletic sewed up, but I'll ask you, if it wasn't a sports career, what do you think you'd be doing for a living?
Oh, that's a good one. I think I'd be a teacher. It kind of ran in the family. My mom and dad are both educators, and also my older brother, he's overseas in Korea right now. He's being an English teacher. And, so for me, I felt like I like teaching. I like helping our youth. And for me, the coolest thing is like just seeing the passion in young kids' eyes when they're learning something, when they learn something new, and just helping people out. It's just something that I love to do. So for me, being a teacher would be just so rewarding for me.
Aaron Judge joining us here on WBH Radio. Judge, I want to get you out of here on this last one. I know you are somebody that takes great pride in being prepared, putting your work in the cage, putting your work in the outfield. As you look forward to this spring training, what are some specific areas of focus for you? What are some things you want to get out of the next couple of weeks here in Tampa?
Well, just this past couple of weeks ago, I had shoulder surgery, so for me right now, just kind of rehabbing on that, making sure my shoulder's ready, because it's different for me, because in the minor league season, we usually end in about September, and then, I got September, October, November, December, January, February to get kind of get ready. But, going straight into my first full season, we have our little playoff run that we did, and not really getting done until almost November, and then into November I have surgery. My off season was kind of cut short, so I kind of feel like I'm behind a little bit. But, the training staff we have here, the coaching staff we have here, they're going to help prepare me, So for me, the biggest thing is just making sure I'm 100%, come opening day. And for me, some of the things I kind of want to work on is just, stay consistent at the plate, defensively, making sure, my first steps are quick in the outfield, so I can make plays for the, CC and Sonny Gray, all those big dogs on the mound, who are pitching their butts off,
Right.
So for me, it's just about the little things. If I can just fine-tune the little things in my swing, fine-tune the little things in my first steps on defense and, base running, it's just the little things for me are what really go the longest.
To keep up with Aaron, you can catch him on Twitter, on Instagram, at TheJudge44. Be on the lookout for MLB The Show 18, available March 27th on PlayStation. But you can pre-order your copy today wherever games are sold. New York City, Yankee fans, baseball fans, let's get behind this guy. We got us a special one. Aaron Judge, thank you for joining us today.
Oh, Will, thank you for having me, man. Much love, and have a good one, all right?
All right, take care. Yo, did that really just happen? Did that really just happen? Did the great Aaron Judge, Yankee right fielder, AL Rookie of the Year, Home Run Derby champion, record holder for most home runs in a season by a rookie, did that gentleman just join my humble little podcast? Yo, I'm about to get emotional in the booth for real, yo, for real. It's been a long journey to be able to have a special relationship like that. I go back to my time in the military, back in 2005 when I was a U.S. Army soldier deployed to Iraq. wondering if I would ever make it back to New York City. Fast forward to my time working as a limo driver. Again, not the most glamorous of positions, but I thought if you got up every day and worked hard, you never know what could fall your way. And it was working as a limo driver where I would meet my eventual supervisor, the gentleman who would give me an opportunity to work with the Yankees organization, and that's Yankee traveling secretary Ben Tulibitz. The great Ben Tulibitz, might I add. Quick note on Ben. Ben is one of the most cool, fair-minded individuals I've ever met in my life. You see, most people want to know what status you have or what's your tax bracket, and they use that to determine how they treat you. Oh, you're rich and famous? Okay, I'll be nice to you. Well, you're not? Well, we won't give you much attention and energy. But Ben wasn't that way. He wants to see everybody win. Whether you're a Hall of Famer walking through that clubhouse or you're the lowly limo driver like myself. So special shout out to the great Ben Tulibis for sure. But yeah, I was working in the Yankee travel department for the 2017 season, running around with the Yankees, having a ball. Then my time came to an end. I said, I really want to try my hand at the sports media, this podcast. I thought I could offer some unique perspectives and maybe some stories. Again, having been a U.S. Army veteran, having played Division III basketball, working with the Yankees, working in the Rangers organization, thought I could offer some cool tales, I guess. So I reached out to Aaron Judge, and I asked him, hey, man, you think you'd be up for an interview? And when I sent the text, I kind of closed my eyes and was scared to look because I wasn't sure what the reaction would be. And he hit me back like, yo, Will, of course, we could get that done. I was like, dang, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Because recently, comedian Steve Harvey, radio show host, TV show host, Steve Harvey's doing everything. Steve Harvey caught a lot of flack recently because he wrote a letter to his staff basically saying, hey, you guys are asking too much of me when we're at work. He wrote a letter like, yo, guys, leave me alone. And he caught a lot of flack for that. But when I saw that as an indictment of his staff. Because if you ever got to work around talent like Steve Harvey or athletes like Judge, you understand the workload that they have. You understand that the demand the public has from them. You understand they need to go out and perform on the field. They have a lot on their plate. So if you're a support staff, somebody that works closely to them, you don't want to add anything else to it. So Judge would have been well within his right if he said, nah, well, that's not really what I want to do right now. But he gave me a shot. And, we tried to put it together. Schedules didn't work out. So I said, I'm going to fall back, man. I know his offseason is busy. 2017 was a year like no other. I'm sure he's running around. I said, I'm going to fall back. And then, boom, just like that, he hit me. Like, yo, Will, we still got to get the interview done, right? I'm like, yeah. So we banged it out. And that's just a testament to how special that young man is. Aaron Judge, thank you. And hopefully that's the beginning of some more special things that we can do here.